Here we go again. The human experience is often perceived as a struggle against chaos, a constant effort to find stability in a world of flux, to seek peace amidst inner turmoil. We can view our personal challenges, our anxieties, and our old wounds as isolated problems to be solved, personal battles fought in private. Yet, the Hermetic wisdom of the Kybalion, through its immutable principles of correspondence, reveals a different and far more interconnected truth, as above, so below, as within, so without. The microcosm reflects the macrocosm. The balance we seek within our own being looks like it's not separate from the balance of the world around us. It feels like a direct contributor of it. To understand this profound connection, it helps to begin not with philosophy, but with the silent, ceaseless intelligence of our own flesh and blood, the biological imperative of homeostasis. Homeostasis is the body's non-negotiable, dynamic process of maintaining a stable internal environment despite external changes. It feels like the ultimate expression of equilibrium in motion. The body does not seek a static, flat-line peace. It engages in a trillion subtle negotiations every second to preserve balance. When core temperature rises, we sweat to cool down. When blood sugar dips, the liver releases stored glucose. When a pathogen invades, the immune system mounts a precise defense. This isn't a system that waits for a crisis to become catastrophic. It is a system of constant intelligent adjustment. It operates on a feedback loop, a hermetic dance of cause and effect, where a deviation from the set point automatically triggers a corrective response to restore harmony. This is the body's innate wisdom, a relentless, silent commitment to equilibrium. Now, we might ask, does this principle of self-regulation end at the boundary of our skin? The Kybalion insists it does not. The principle of correspondence suggests that patterns repeat across all planes of existence. Just as a single cell maintains its internal environment and an organ system maintains the body's, so too does an individual contribute to the equilibrium of their family, their community, and the broader biosphere. The Gaia Hypothesis, proposed by scientist James Lovelock, offers a powerful scientific metaphor for this concept. It proposes that the entire Earth, its atmosphere, oceans, land, and life functions are a single self-regulating system, maintaining conditions conducive to life. From this perspective, forests regulate atmospheric gases, phytoplankton in the oceans influence cloud formation, and the vast diversity of life creates a resilient, balancing whole. We are not merely on this planet, we are active conscious participants in its living, breathing process of homeostasis. This understanding transforms the meaning of personal growth. Raising our personal equilibrium doesn't look like a selfish act of navel gazing. It feels like a vital contribution to a larger stability. Every time we transmute a lower vibration, fear, anger, resentment, into a higher one, love, peace, understanding, we are not just healing ourselves, we are altering our energetic output into the collective field. We are in a very real sense performing a vital function for the whole, akin to a liver cell detoxifying the blood for the benefit of the entire body. Our inner peace becomes a stabilizing datum point in the consciousness of humanity. This brings us to the most potent and challenging material of our inner alchemy. The old cellular memories, the traumas we carry. Modern psychobiology and epigenetics have begun to map how trauma is not just a story in the mind, but a psychological imprint on the body, a cellular memory. When we experience overwhelming stress or trauma, the nervous system can become locked in survival patterns, fight, flight, or freeze. These patterns, intended for short-term emergencies, can become chronic, low-grade programs running in the background. They are like a faulty thermostat, constantly signaling danger and skewing the entire system's equilibrium toward hypervigilance, anxiety, or numbness. The body holds this score, even when the mind has tried to forget. The Hermetic art of mental transmutation, guided by the principle of polarity, provides the framework for healing these imprints. Polarity teaches that all states exist on a continuum. The trapped energy of an old fear resides on the same spectrum as a potential for profound courage and safety. The stored grief is the unexpressed pull of a capacity for deep joy and release. The body, in its innate wisdom toward homeostasis, feels a way ready to transmute these stuck energies. It seems to be waiting for the conscious mind to provide the directive, the light switch, moment of recognition and permission. So we can sit with the question, what old cellular memories are we carrying that the body is ready to transmute? The practice can begin not with forceful excavation, but with gentle present moment awareness. It is a practice of becoming the conscious observer of our own internal feedback loops. We can notice the physical sensations that arise with certain memories or triggers. The tight chest, the knotted stomach, the shallow breath. These are the body's signals, its communication of a deviation from its natural equilibrium of ease. Instead of resisting or numbing these sensations, we can apply the Hermetic method. Recognize and transmute. First, recognize the pattern. We can acknowledge the sensation of an old, intelligent survival response. Thanking the body for its ancient vigilance feels like a start. This step alone, an act of conscious, compassionate witnessing, can begin to shift the vibration from unconscious reaction to conscious observation. Second, apply the principle of polarity. We can identify the opposite pole of the trapped emotion. If we feel constriction, we can breathe into the possibility of expansion. If we feel fear, we can consciously invite in a memory or feeling of safety, even if it feels small at first. We are not denying the fear. We are introducing its counterpart onto the scale. Third, engage mental transmutation. Using the power of imagination, the creative faculty of the mental plane, we can visualize the old, dense energy transforming. Seeing the knot of anxiety dissolving into a flow of calm is possible. Feeling the cold grip of an old grief warming and softening into compassionate release is an option. We can imagine ourselves like obedient servants of the whole, receiving this new instruction of safety and updating their programming. This is us as a conscious mind, providing the corrective signal to restore the body's homeostasis. This inner work looks like the most direct way we can raise equilibrium. On a planetary scale, consider the work of the HeartMath Institute, which has demonstrated that when an individual cultivates heart coherence, a state of synchronized and harmonious heart rhythm, it can not only improve their own health, but generates a measurable electromagnetic field that can positively influence the heart rhythm of others nearby. Our coherent, equilibrated state literally radiates a stabilizing frequency. Or we can reflect on the practice of forest bathing. Studies show that spending mindful time in a forest lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, boosts immune function, and improves mood. This doesn't look like a one-way transaction. As we enter the forest in a state of receptive peace, our presence contributes to the harmony of that ecosystem. We exhale carbon dioxide that trees need. They exhale oxygen that we need. Our calm presence affects the animals around us. It feels like a reciprocal, homeostatic loop between the human microcosm and the planetary macrocosm. To raise our equilibrium, we can see a sacred duty and a profound gift. It is the act of aligning our personal vibration with the body's innate wisdom of balance and, by correspondence, with the Earth's own striving harmony. We, as individuals, are a cell in the body of humanity, a neuron in the mind of Gaia. Our healing is not for us alone. Each trauma transmuted, each fear alchemized into love, each moment of inner peace claimed, seems to send a ripple through the great web of life, contributing a note of stability to the whole symphony. The body is ready. The earth is waiting. The path is the present moment choice to restore within ourselves the perfect dynamic balance that we are and always have been designed to hold.